Alrighty, good evening everybody if you're out there. Thanks for tuning in. Do I have anybody watching right now? Currently, no. No, I don't. Whoa, why is my bitrate off the charts? What the? And why am I over here? What is happening with my setup right now, bro? Everything's messed up. What on earth is going on? I had this all set up. Okay, I guess I need to get the game opened up. On earth? Alright, there's that working again now. Man, everything goofy tonight. What on earth? So weird. Alright, I think I need to go in and adjust my bitrate back down again too, because we are like off the chart with the bitrate. 4,000. Good God, I forgot I turned that up. I never turned it back down. Do I sound okay right now? Like, I turned that up. I never turned it back down. Do I sound okay right now? Like, yeah, I kind of sound okay. At least on stream, I do. Yeah, I kind of sound okay. At least on stream, I do. Weird. Alright, either way, I'm going to have to tinker with my bitrate real quick, because that's wrong. Settings. Wait a year for it to load. Output. I think I was running right about 3,000. We'll go 3,100 just to be safe. Apply. Okay. 3284. That ought to work. How do I sound now? Is it better? That ought to work. How do I sound now? Is it better? I think it's better. Projected the mic a little more. I think it's better. Projected the mic a little more. Wow. That's wild, bro. My audio is so crispy. Bitrate back to excellent. Awesome. That brought it back into spec again. Now it's picking up my bitrate. No recommended changes. Alright, there we go. Now we're going. Pull up Genshin. Let's rock and roll, baby. Sorry, having some weird tech setting issues I gotta change up tonight. Alright, wine with a taste of freedom. Talk to Degui. Oh. This old geezer. Business seems to be grinding to a halt. What's wrong? I was just saying, business is getting tougher and tougher in this tavern of mine. This is a tavern? Might I recommend some advertisement, please? Cause I didn't know this is a tavern, broski. I thought you were standing out here having a conversation in the causeway. Third round knockout? You have a bar named Third Round Knockout, and you don't advertise that. Bruh. I know why your business is suffering. Put that shit on a sign, bro. For us in the food and drink business, having a long history is both a blessing and a curse. Good part is, long history gives you more reputation, brings in business. People get bored of having the same thing. The bad part is, people get bored of having the same thing over and over again. In big restaurants where they have plenty of variety, that's obviously not a problem. I mean, I don't know. Because I've eaten the same Subway sandwich since I was 7. So I can't. But my tavern's only a small one. My long-term regulars are now finally starting to get bored with the drinks, and one by one they're leaving. I've heard there's a big wine industry in Mondstadt. They have a famous dandelion wine supposedly brewed with dandelions. I thought dandelion wine was made with lilies. No. I'm not even sure if brewing with dandelions is possible, but I'd at least like to give it a try. Fetch some dandelions? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Alright. See, I already have them because I've been basically hoarding these things for Jean, so... And give... Experiment a bit. I can add dandelions to a Liyue style brewing process. Oh, and this is for you. I'm not expecting to get this right the first time. Probably take me many attempts. If I run out of dandelions, I may ask you to do another run for me. You got it, old timer. Anything fresh at the Wanman today? Okay.
Try something new at the
Alrighty. Here for the One-Man Restaurant Experience. I'm Chef Mao. Everyone in Chihu Rock will have heard of me. Can I get food to go? What we have? I'll have all of those, please. I'll have all of those. Oops. I'm gonna just buy him out. I got money to burn. This way I can just cook whenever I feel like it. I don't think that's actually any faster. I was hoping it might be. Recipe for come and get it? What kind of name for a recipe is that? Look at all these kooky names. I feel like I'm in Scooby-Doo right now with Shaggy in the kitchen. Get a load of this with zoinky labels. Ear of a newt? Recipes for come and get it. That's a verb. It's like a phrase of what you do, not something you cook. Alright, you're gonna have to go to the store, broski, because I just, like, bought everything you own. What do we got here? Oh, nice. Clean them all. My daily check-ins. Nice, nice, nice. I'm waiting for the 3.5 drop. I am so excited for this. Oh, crap. I forgot about this. There's only 6 days left to do this. Almighty Arataki Extraordinary and Exhilarating Extreme Beetle Brawl. Overflowing Mastery? What? Wisdom of the Land is concentrated with the domains of Elite. Use the power of original resin to cause the silver tree to bloom and receive its noble instruction. Okay. Oh, so it just like drops. Huh. Interesting. Are those... what are these? It's a talent level up material, the teachings. Oh. Where's the violet cord at? I have unlocked this one. 2x bonus. I need to go and hit up each of those immediately. First things first, let's get the dailies done. I may need to go and take care of this stuff. Alright, daily. I'm in Liyue dailies right now. I've been jamming out here. While I was chilling the other day, I didn't have time to like watch anything, and I was kind of driving. That's why I couldn't watch, but I wanted something to listen to, and at the time none of my friends were on stream, so I may or may not have been watching, or I say watching, listening to old Scooby-Doo episodes and movies and stuff. They have one in particular that was amazing from the Zombie Island movie. Alright, come on. Uh-oh, I'm about to die.
Judgment! Punishment!
Okay, that'll cool him off a bit.
Lightning
Why don't you cool
strike!
it? What's good?
You can't run.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Pyrotechnics.
Melt. It's good.
Stand with me.
Charge.
Wind blade.
He's out of here. Oh, Jinyan, would you please? Oh, I finally peaked at AR-45 now. Oh. Always leave your campfires burning. But yeah, now, because I was listening to that Scooby-Doo thing, now I've got the song from Zombie Island in my head. Ooh, well, it's terror time again. I need to add that to my karaoke list, because that would be a banger at Halloween. Because it's terror time again. I actually don't know the rest of the lyrics. Something about give you a fright. Because it's terror time again. Looks like it's this way. I wonder if I get the note higher. Because it's terror time again. That's better. Oh, it's this one. Yo, this is a cakewalk for this one. Sick. Whee! Alright, come on, Jinyan. Coast in, coast in. Not a sword was swung. That's such a cheaty, easy one in Liyue. I don't even know why they have that. They should really patch that or something. It's so freaking easy with my new stamina. Ever since I've had bigger stamina, I can just like do that now. Okay.
Really coming down. Be all sorts of bad if my guitar got wet.
Yes, he would. Hulu. Do you offer Disney Plus by chance, sir? Okay, I'll quit making fun of him. I felt like that was kind of a good one, though. Oh, so that's not my challenge. Interesting. Complete the challenge by defeating all opponents within the time limit. Four.
Time to rock. Yeah.
Is there a Geosamatral around here? There it is.
Disappear.
Go for a ride, please.
Our bond is strong.
Oh yeah, that doesn't work on them. They are kind of electro.
Feel the beat.
Perfect timing. Nailed it. Encoding overloaded. How? Do I really need to turn it up a little bit still?
I just
Seriously?
came up with an awesome new riff.
Why does
Wanna
this
hear
thing
it?
not want to run stuff right now? I don't understand that. Okay, we'll get rid of that. I'll turn this thing up, I suppose, some more. Whoops. Settings. Hello? Oh no, I'm working still. Okay. Output. Crank it up to maybe 3,500. And apply. Okay. Something's wrong with my setup, I think. I'm not sure 100% as to what or why. I have this problem a lot when I'm playing Car Mechanic Sim anymore either, and I don't know why. It's really annoying. Oh, I can claim a key. Nice. Sick. I can get child story unlocked, I suppose. Can't do Raidens or Kokomis or Itos or Mikos. Or any of these, really. I haven't got Kazuas. See, Kazuha surprised me. I thought I would have. Wait a minute, though. Those are story quests. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, because these aren't... Those aren't the Archon quests. What is this warning that they want me to see? Oh, okay. Okay. Pause. I want to go to archive. Travel log. Okay. Traveler. Okay, so I've done 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I wonder how to tell how many Archon quests you've done. That does make me wonder. How many... We got enough for another wish. Nice. For those of you who don't know, I'm saving up for the next available pull. Because these are almost over. 7 days. We got a week, basically. Next Tuesday, these will refresh. Along with a shop update in 8 days. So basically in a week. Oh, weird. Makes a strange noise when I move my foot. But yeah. Basically, when we get a... Basically in a week from now, we get an all-new shop. We get a shop reset, which will be awesome. Because that's 5 more fates. Basically right off the bat. We get a... Oops. We get a set of new banners. So no more Yelan and Hu Tao. And that should make things interesting. So I'm excited, and I have... How many fates saved up right now? 13. So I just gotta keep grinding out the dailies, and I'll be making a big pull soon. Probably a couple of doubles. Which would be awesome! 'Cause it's terror time again. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep singing that all night because that is absolutely a jam, and I've got it in my head right now. Whoa. I wonder if this is due to the amount of stuff on my
Ad
computer.
Astra Abyssos.
Oh, I gotta get my tax stuff off this thing tonight. I forgot about that.
Thank you for completing.
Better pull that information out of my... I had to download my one tax form. I need to take that to work tomorrow so I can print it off. Alright. Why am I dropping frames all of a sudden? Again with this? Hi, J-Mac. How's it going? I am gonna have to do some PC troubleshooting here soon, because I used to never drop frames no matter what I did.
Whatever's
Now I
going
drop
on
frames
over
all
there.
the time, and my
Looks
encoding's
pretty rock
constantly
and roll to
overloaded.
me.
I need to figure some stuff out with this PC. What's good? Not too much. I ended up bowling pretty bad tonight, unfortunately, so I'm just trying to chill and relax a little. Had to do my dailies on here to keep my wish count up. I'll be looking at probably switching over to a different game here. Maybe. I have some other stuff I have to do. But I gotta figure out what my problem is with my PC first, too, because the old PC be struggling right now, and I don't know why. I don't know. It's really having a hard time with things right now. I'm a little concerned about it. But what's good with you? What's going on? Anything interesting happening right now? There's another dandelion thing over here. See, 58, 57 frames now. Why? Nothing much. Tomorrow I get to skip school. That's fun. Why you get to skip school? What happened that you get to do that? Ah, there's another one over here. I thought so.
Windblade.
Renewing my passport? Nice. Yeah, I gotta go take care of that if you're gonna travel. If you're going on that cruise, you better have your passport taken care of. That is definitely a good call for sure. You don't want to be overdoing it. Or having a problem with that. That's, especially in today's day and age, having a passport problem is not what you want to be dealing with. For sure.
Where is it? Should we tell him?
Alright. Yeah, hopefully that goes well for you tomorrow and you don't have too much trouble with it. That would definitely be a cool thing to get to do as a cruise. I know for me, I am looking at trying to get my taxes done, and I might be buying a car to fix and sell. So I don't know yet. We'll find out. I'm hoping I can use that to fund my vacation. I need to figure out why this PC is so freaking slow. I have to go through my storage and delete some stuff. This thing's killing me right now. Alright, let's go to the quest thing. Yeah, that's fine, whatever.
We've been on a hot streak lately, haven't we?
I will be... Uh-oh. Oh, don't tell me it's there. Crap. Yeah.
Please. As if you could handle even a fraction of my power.
Dude, my PC can't handle a fraction of your power right now. It's having some serious problems. Oh, well, what do you do? Oh, but yeah, it's, ouch. It's nice to be relaxing and chilling a little tonight. Especially it's my dad's first day back from...
Guild we go! Who knows? Maybe Catherine already has something lined up.
But yeah, it's nice to be back. Dad's back at work today, so I don't have to run the place anymore, which is nice. It's definitely a switch from what I've been dealing with, so... all of last week was really busy and hectic, so it's nice to be
Come on, boss.
chillaxing
You can't
a little.
just let this one slide.
Oh, the Artaki gang.
You've
Hello,
painstakingly
Ito.
built up a reputation as the bona fide Beetle Battle King. You can't let that brat get away scot-free.
Yeah, that little punk must have used some underhanded trick to catch you off guard. I just know it.
Hey, chill, boys, chill. Relax.
That is not the voice. I expected a much deeper voice from you.
I just underestimated my opponent. And can you blame me with how boring the kid looked? So, yeah, no worries. That fight didn't count. Anyway,
Right.
enough about that. We're gonna stick to the plan, alright? The almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating Extreme Beetle Brawl is going ahead. Then we'll bring out Crimson Staff. You know, the one I've been training for years.
What are you... Beetle Brawl?
Just imagine it. A whole audience
Okay.
cheering me on as Crimson Staff gets ready to crush its opponent.
What are you... What are you
That
smoking?
kiddo will be trembling with fear. No tricks this time, no sir. Just an easy win for Ito.
All right, boss. Way to go.
Okay.
But we don't know when Shinobu's coming back. Where do we even start with organizing the almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating Extreme Beetle Brawl?
Are you guys getting a commission for every time you say that.
Based on our experience with the almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drumalong Festival, we'll need to register the event with the Tenryo Commission and obtain a permit. And I think we also need proof of a venue rental. We're going to need to pay for all that stuff somehow. If we want the Extreme Brawl to be even more extravagant than the Drumalong Festival, we'll need to spend at least 3 times the Mora.
Okay.
Stop! 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 We don't say Tenryo Commission out loud, okay? It gives me migraines.
That's fair.
So we need some funds, huh? Easy. Just need to tweak our 3-day weekend policy, as well as our 1-day week policy. Let's work flat out and do 2 days on, 4 days off. That way, we'll work an extra 4 days between us, which means we'll earn 4 times as much. We'll be raking in the Mora.
That is not how that works.
Amazing, boss! Then all we need to figure out is how to make up the numbers for our team. And it doesn't matter who we pick, because you're practically a one-man army.
Shoot,
What?
that's right. That brat said he'll be bringing 5 of his top guys to fight us fair and square. But boss, you're the only one in our gang who's any good at beetle fighting.
What
If
on
they come at you in
earth?
waves, you're gonna have a hard time no matter how good you are.
Ah, come on, you two. It's a little early to be getting cold feet. You're thinking too many steps ahead. Where's your Arataki gang attitude? Come on! I'll find a way to deal with this.
My
Easy
brain says
peasy,
self-die.
lavender melon squeezy.
Why? What happened? What did I miss? What happened? Because I'm having the same kind of thing. Not like that problem, but like my brain is just.
Maybe I can hit up
I'm
my
trying to
usual
come
beetle
up with.
fighting crowd. Or maybe I can visit
Ah,
Naganohara
come on.
Fireworks and see if I can rope that gal into it.
But I'm trying to like come up with things to talk about, and my brain is just not. I couldn't spell for like 2 minutes. Oh yeah, I've been there before. Like it's really frustrating because it's like I just want my brain to function, and it doesn't. And it's like, please just let me operate. I rely on a lot of things that are failing me anymore. I don't know why. I don't know. I feel like something's wrong, and I can't pinpoint it. I'm working on figuring it out, but I definitely know that feeling of like brain not work right. It's really frustrating. I feel like everything's a little off anymore. I don't know why. Getting frustrated with it.
Oh, scratch that. If I did that, then news of me losing to that brat would spread around Hanamizaka. Ugh, my reputation would never recover.
True. So, Bullchucker, what are you up to this time?
Ah! Oh, you scared me. When did you get here?
Seriously? We've been standing here for ages. We were headed to the Adventurers Guild, but then we saw you causing a commotion and talking about your next harebrained event.
One thing that never fails is Mountain Dew. Baja Blast is still the best. I will still be on Team Code Red until I die. But yeah, Mountain Dew, you're right, never fails. I don't have any right now, but I do have some chocolate milk. But it is not helping the old brain box tonight. I don't know, man. It's Code Red is a second for me. Code Red is like the stuff. Like I said, I actually don't like Baja Blast. I don't know why, but something about it it tastes like cleaner to me. Like it always tastes like somebody mixed up the Baja mix with the Windex, and I can't explain why because I don't know what Windex tastes like, but I feel like that's what it would taste like. Liberty Blue is not bad. Oh yeah, that's the oh. Did you ever have the one that was Dew SA? I remember that for a while back.
Hey, don't forget the extreme part. Can't do without the coolest bit of the name, you know?
You're kind of I haven't met you yet, but I'm understanding that you're kind of a tool.
Compadre, you'll understand my passion for beetle fighting eventually. You just need more practice.
Ah, so you're looking for a way to recover your pride after a humiliating defeat, are you?
4th of July? Oh, you're right. I think Dew SA was Labor Day. Liberty Blue. I don't think I've ever had that one, J-Mac. That's not one that rings a bell to me.
What? No, come on, it's not like that. I was ambushed. Ambushed, I'm telling ya.
That's right. Some poser calling himself Grandmaster Hanakato challenged the boss in a brief moment of exhaustion after an intense beetle battling session. He used a ridiculously huge Oni Kabuto and flipped boss's beetle over in a matter of seconds. And then he said something like, "Welcome to the world of real beetle fighters."
Mamaru. Easy on the details, my dude. Anyway, compadre,
Okay.
I've heard that you're talented at pretty much everything. You pick up new skills almost instantly, and before you know it, you're a pro.
Uh-huh.
Paimon knows what you're going to say next, bullchucker.
Okay, so when I drink chocolate milk out of the gallon, it blocks my... Oh, Liberty Brew. Yeah, I have heard of that. But that's why it didn't ring a bell. Yeah, Liberty Brew. I do remember that. I don't think I ever tried it, though. I remember seeing it. I was going to try it, and they ran out before I could get any.
You're going to ask us to avenge you and defeat that Grandmaster Hanakato for free, aren't you?
For free? Flying lavender melon. Do you really think that I, Arataki Ito, have no code of honor? Listen, compadre, if you do this for me, I'll buy you both lunch for the next 2 months. 1 bowl of signature ramen every day for 2 whole months. How's that sound?
1 bowl every day? Oh, now that's an offer worth considering.
Why are you being so generous?
That's the result of Boss's hard-won victory. Some
Okay.
little phony was going around calling himself the bona fide Beetle Battle King, and Boss couldn't put up with that. So, Boss challenged him and said whoever wins gets the title. After 92 brutal rounds of beetle battling that lasted 1 full day and night, the Boss finally emerged victorious.
I found a Mountain Dew mini fridge. That's awesome. How big is it? Is it like full mini fridge, or is it like one of those like novelty ones that holds like 2 or 3 cans? Or is it like we talking a full... But I even saw one that was like a Coke one that holds a single can.
But the kid offered Boss a 1 free bowl of ramen daily coupon from his family's ramen stall in exchange for giving the title back in 2 months. We don't know how good his family's ramen is, but the sheer quantity being offered made it too good to refuse.
50 can? Holy crap. That's a big mini fridge, my dude. Damn. Not holding back.
Besides, Boss's beetle fighting techniques are improving so fast that he'll easily have won a more impressive title by 2 months from now. It's a great deal. The only slight snag is, we forgot to ask him where the ramen stall is.
Don't sweat the details. Anyway, compadre, flying lavender melon, that's my offer. All that ramen just for you.
For the low, low price of $207.99. Yeah, I think you could probably buy a mini fridge and just vinyl wrap it with a Mountain Dew logo for less than that. And it would probably work better too.
Wait, we haven't agreed yet?
I've already challenged this Grandmaster kid, and he accepted. He's gonna bring some reinforcements with him to face off against us. As for the venue, I think I have an idea. But first, compadre, I'm gonna need you to do me a solid and sort out all the pesky paperwork at the Tenryo Commission. Sound good? Good. All right then, my compadre and melon duo, let's hop to it.
What is wrong with you?
Sheesh. Ito sure seems excited about all this.
Oh yeah, J-Mac.
There's no backing out now, huh? We might as well go along with this.
I don't know if you were here when I mentioned it. Did I mention to you on stream at some point, or were you here at some point when I mentioned that I ordered nearly a 5-foot tall fantasy weapon from this game for a cosplay? Because it might have come in. And it's as long as my couch. Dude, it's so freaking obnoxious. It's crazy light. Like, I can one-hand this 5-foot broadsword. It's so light. But it's not made of foam like I thought it was. It's wood. It's taller than you know. I'm 5'8", but this thing is like pushing shoulder tall on me when I set it down. I mean, it is as big. Well, okay, for frame of
You
reference,
just have to learn how to
hang
lead a
on.
fight and help him beat his opponents, right? Sounds simple enough. Ugh,
Let me go
listen to
through.
you. His ball checkers.
Okay. Let me show you what the. Please tell me. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna. Damn it. I was gonna show you. Oh, perfect. Okay, you see how big her. See how big her weapon is to her? Let me see. That's about accurate to me. No, I guess it's a little shorter. A little bit shorter than that. But it's not far off of this proportion to me. Genshin moment? Yeah, I know, right? Like, okay, this is Kuki's weapon. Or, let me... It's definitely bigger than that in proportion. But not quite this big. Like, it's just a little bit... Like, where her... It probably stops where her lower hand is at. It's shoulder high on me. It's freaking wild, bro. Where does this... You gotta be kidding. It teleported me out here. Alright, you guys send me a pic. I'll be posting one in the Discord here once I get a picture of it. It just came in and I just built it. Here, what was that? Over the weekend, I think. And I was so busy I didn't have time to take a picture. But yeah, you guys will definitely be getting pics because it's comically large. Because I'm going to cosplay her. And I can't get this weapon.
So come on, let's get moving.
But I could get his, which his weapon is the best weapon for her. So
Not bad.
I picked his.
Mamoru and Akira have delivered the goods. Let's start setting this baby up.
You can sleep on it? Well, it's big enough I could sleep with it. For sure. I mean, it's big enough to, like, have it... Okay, it's, like, as big as a body pillow, for sure. So, like, you could easily have it, like, next to you. It's as big as a small person. It's ridiculous.
Booyah, compadre! I didn't know you were so handy with this kind of thing. And this awesome poster I made is the cherry on top. It captures the mood perfectly.
Still shorter than Koi. I don't know. This might be about as tall as Koi is. It's that big.
Great carpentry, Traveler. And great artwork, boss.
This place seems pretty far from Inazuma City. You sure anyone's gonna show up to watch?
Oh, you bet they will. When you're as famous as I am, people will flock
So the new
to
Tournament
watch
Tuesday
you.
clues already dropped. They said it'll probably be going to involve an expansion. Involve the new expansion pack for Forza Horizon 5. Awesome. Maybe I'll finally be able to get back into Forza and not be bored with it for 2 weeks before I get bored with it again. That'd be awesome. Plus, we can find you a new route for the hill climb, Sadie, or for the next time attack. That'd be awesome. That'll be fun.
I heard
Oh
this
yeah,
is the
Sadie,
spot where they
my
held the sword fighting contest
I
during
know.
the Iridori Festival.
Whoops.
That makes this the ideal venue for Onikabuto duels.
But yeah, Sadie, you know Ito's Redhorn Stone Thresher from this game, the claymore weapon that he has. Over and really put my hopes up because they're thinking of releasing a Lego themed map again. Aw, not Lego again. Hot Wheels was awesome. Give us something. Give us another, like, redo Fortune Island. I don't care. At least that was a good DLC. Lego freaking sucked, bro. I hated Lego. Like, it was cool for the first day. Then it got really old. Yes, that is the Lego DLC's official sound effect for Forza. Big old dumper. Like, Blizzard Mountain for Horizon 3 was awesome. Storm Island for Horizon 2, awesome. Fortune Island for 4, awesome. 5, we already have the branded and themed expansion. Give us something different. I don't care if it's freaking... Where is it? Where are we even at right now? I forget. It's been forever. Mexico. Give us, I don't know, a tropical islands DLC. Where it's these tropical islands with Baja courses and drag strips and a sand oval. Like a sand racetrack or something. With banked corners and stuff. But it's like like the original Daytona Long Beach kind of track. Give us something like that. That would be awesome. Long, twisty-turny roads with the palm trees on it. Very like Miami Vice kind of feel. I'd play the crap out of that. And I think everybody else would too. Big Baja courses and endless dunes. You know, like I said, sand racetracks. Kind of like how we had mud kickers in Horizon 4. Give us some Baja courses like that where there's some actual like rhythm sections, some whoops. You know, see, the problem is they want to cater to kids. Yeah, they already did that though with Hot Wheels. Like, I get they want to cater to kids, but there's a large adult population that plays this too. Don't just cater to the kids. Cater to everybody. Give the kids a DLC and give us a DLC. Everybody's happy. But what I was saying before. Arataki Ito's Redhorn Stone Thresher weapon. I have a real-life 5-foot-tall version of it now. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Watch for a picture of that and Soji cosplay on the Discord, because that'll be cool to drop. Give us a whole DLC recap. Alright, so, DLC recap. Forza Horizon 1. Didn't exist. Horizon 2, Storm Island. Awesome. Literally, I mean, if you have to ask me what Storm Island is, I'm going to tell you to pay more close attention to the name Storm Island. There you go. You now know the DLC. Horizon 3. The main attraction was Blizzard Mountain, which was awesome. The first one, at least, was. Forza Horizon 1 did have Horizon Rally, I guess. All it did was it gave you some rally parts for all the cars. You basically got off-road tires and off-road suspension. That comes standard issue with all new games now. But so yeah, that was the DLC was Horizon Rally. 2 was Storm Island. Again, pretty self-explanatory. 3, Blizzard Mountain. Again, pretty self-explanatory. It's a mountain with a bunch of snow on it. Good DLC. Liked it. Then Horizon 3 added Hot Wheels. Awesome map. Cool idea. It's a giant Hot Wheels set. We all loved it. Then Horizon 4 comes out with their first DLC, Fortune Island. There's these cutesy little riddles you gotta solve by doing certain things. You get $1 million for every riddle you complete, and there's 10 of them, so you immediately got 10 million in-game dollars. They also did a custom map for it. Oh, I didn't see they did a custom map for that. I joined it after I joined in with Horizon after the online had been disabled, so that was long since past for me. It's either that or I just never had access to the online, so it was beyond my ability to look into. But yeah, and then so Fortune Island was great. The first drift road in a Horizon game, finally. And then Lego came out. I hated Lego. I thought Lego sucked. Storm Island, Blizzard Mountain, Hot Wheels, Fortune Island, Lego, all in one DLC. I feel like that would get a little messy. What I want, give us Storm Island, Blizzard Mountain, and Fortune Island all together, because we already have Hot Wheels. Give us Storm Island, Blizzard Mountain, and Fortune Island all in like one big ecosystem. Make it a whole new map. That would be cool. Just don't go for Hot Wheels and Lego. Island DLC, yes. I'm gonna piss some people off here because even I don't like this, but I see the I do see the opportunity to say it. Because we're the Island Boys. I don't even know who they are. I've heard that before. I know they were. No. All I know is I heard them do that once, and I've noticed they were some weird looking MFs, and I'm like, yeah, that's funny, I guess. Whatever. I don't know. I never looked into it enough to care. So. Oh, but yeah, it was. Like I said, do a tropical island DLC. There's random storms and stuff like that happening. There's there's treasures to find from old pirates or whatever, since we're dealing with what'll be tropical islands in the Caribbean or something. How cool would that be? You take the boat over, like you get off at like Horizon 2 style, where you get off the boat and you have to go set up your new festival on the tropical islands, where there's beach racing and Baja courses, and God, it's Mexico. The possibilities are endless for that. Have it off the West Coast just so it's beautiful would be freaking awesome.
Next up, time to show you my invincible Oni Kabuto, Crimson Staff.
What the heck?
Oh, it really is a red Oni Kabuto. Amazing.
As if it's imbued with pyro.
Huh. Paimon didn't expect you to put in this much effort. Where did you find this Oni Kabuto anyway?
I choose you. Yeah, no kidding.
Can Paimon take a closer look?
Go ahead, feast your eyes. But I'm afraid I can't tell you what makes Crimson Staff such a special specimen. That's my little secret.
Huh? That smells so familiar. What is that? Wait, Valberry Jam?
Huh? What? Oh, you're imagining things. You must be, like, super hungry or something. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Speaking of which, boss,
Just punt it,
you
yet
haven't applied the
squish.
protective coating on top of the war paint yet, right? If it rains, then the 9,000 mora we spent on the imported jam is gonna go to waste.
Don't
Oh,
worry.
God.
The almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating extreme beetle brawl hasn't started yet. There's still time to give Crimson Staff one last layer of protective coating.
What? He's just painting it.
All right, you guys go grab some flyers and start bringing
You
in the
moron.
crowds. In the
Like,
meantime, I'll be helping my
just punt it.
compadre,
Yeah,
the
say,
Flying Lavender Melon
this
here
is
get
a
up to speed.
this is a really easy thing to beat just by squishing it with a shoe.
After that, we'll celebrate over a meal. So much going on. I've really got my work cut out for me today.
This your venue? Not bad. Bigger than I expected.
Grandmaster Hanakato.
It's Grandmaster Hanakato! He's here!
Wait, what? You're not supposed to know about this place yet.
Aren't you forgetting something? Bonafide Beetle Battle King? We elite beetle fighters can sense each other's presence. Or how else would we have crossed paths last time?
Who is this kid and why is Beetle fighting? He's just a child, yeah. It's like, why is Beetle fighting such a big deal to these guys? Like, it's
Looks
such a
to me
random
like
thing.
you're still busy frantically preparing. Is that because you don't have a clue how to beat us?
No. In case you didn't know, me and my Oni Kabuto gotta get our brainwaves in sync before a battle. And until we're ready to roll,
Just want
I
one side of me
always
sync, but
conserve my energy and keep low profile.
Oh, brother. Wait, did he just say conserve energy and keep low profile? Ito, that's the only thing you don't do. All that and not talk up a big game and have nothing to show for it.
I just underestimated the strength of your beetle battler's sixth sense is all.
Huh? So that's the kid Ito lost to? Yeah, he does look pretty normal. But the way he talks is pretty unique. It almost feels like he was born to be Bull Chucker's arch nemesis.
You watch, I'm gonna get DMCA'd for that music. I'm gonna have to... I'm gonna have to mute that section of the stream. I actually do get flagged on the sound effects now and then. It's really funny.
Grandmaster Hanakato! You did well to track me down.
That
in the
time
rest.
for it.
Looks
Yeah,
like this
every now and then I
modified
do.
beetle
Especially
battle
on
king
like
needs
the
to
Kill
watch
la
out
Kill
for
ones
pretenders
and
to the throne.
anything with longer clips of music like that. Yeah, I've even got copyright striked on my well, not strike, but claimed on like my my sub thing where Ryuko transforms. I have got copyright claims on that before. It happens
But you're
more
about
than
to
you
regret
think.
showing up here uninvited because you have just earned yourselves a pre-Beetle Brawl trouncing.
Good. You seem more confident this time.
Got ADSC, yeah,
and
no
it
kidding.
sounds like you actually have a game plan.
Yeah, they suck.
But if I crushed you right away, I'd miss out on all the fun. So I'll let my subordinates play with you first.
These are just a bunch of kids.
Using your minions to size up the competition now? Then we'll just send out Flying Lavender... nope. If Flying Lavender Melon's representing the Arataki gang, we gotta rise to the occasion. We'll need a better title. Got it. We'll send Sky-Cleaving White Iron Lavender Melon out to teach you a lesson!
You're an idiot, dude.
Why Paimon?
Will it be a speed type Paimon?
Boss, are we seriously going to fight them right now?
YouTube CEO Susan Wachichiki says she's stepping down. Oh, really? Maybe? I don't know that's necessarily going to help anything, though. Because it's the algorithm that does YouTube that does all the DMCA stuff. It detects it on its own. So, I don't know if that's necessarily going to help.
We haven't had time to spread the news about the match yet. Also, your compadre and your compadre's Melon haven't even tried beetle fighting before.
Bring YouTube back to 2018. Yeah, I just want to rate stuff out of 5 stars again.
You make a good point.
That'd be cool.
But the fact is, the kid's here now, and I ain't about to back down. We'll have to put the publicity side of things on hold for now. As for beetle fighting techniques, I'll be mentoring Flying Lavender Melon. Nope. Sky-Cleaving White Iron Lavender Melon from the side. Battling's the best way to learn. Doesn't matter if you lose.
Why is his beetle just sitting there this whole time? That thing would have scuttled off by now.
He was assuming that Paimon will lose before it's even started!
Go, White Iron Lavender Melon! Show him the might of the Arataki gang!
I want to watch funny videos without the video getting taken. I know, right? I miss when they had I miss when the world had a sense of humor. I get, there are certain things that shouldn't be said, but there are also certain things to where it's like, okay, take things with a grain of salt. Comedy is meant for comedy's sake. And while there is the case for things going too far sometimes it's just meant as comedy and should be taken as such. And I think that gets lost sometimes. Kind of makes me sad. I do miss that sometimes.
Sending you out first is part of my elaborate strategy, you know.
Same here.
I got my
yeah,
inspiration from a Liyue tale that Shinobu told me.
Oh, Shinobu. That's kooky. Cool. After 2020. Yeah, I think the world lost a lot of its humor after 20. I think it kind of we all kind of went to a dark place after that. I know I did. That's, I don't want to go back and visit that. My buddy actually mentioned something about 2020 this weekend. He's like, don't you remember when that happened? And I'm like, bud, do you remember where I was mentally in 2020? He went, oh, yeah, you weren't okay back then. And I'm like, no, I wasn't. I was not okay. I almost did some dumb things. And it's like, he's like, yeah, I kind of forgot about that. You weren't okay back then. I'm like, no. I said most of 2020 vanished to me. If I hadn't found some music that saved me, I don't know where I would be or what would have happened. It's like we slowly restoring what we were, we climbing back. Yeah. I don't know I'll ever be able to go back to the person I was before that, or before my life started changing 5 or 7 years ago, but I'm trying to find who I want to be right now, and I'll be honest, I'm struggling. I don't know. You know how kids always go through those? Everybody goes through that teenage phase where they're trying to find themselves. I thought I had found myself as a kid, and so I never really changed as a teenager. I never experimented. I never did anything. And now here I am in my mid-20s having a crisis of identity because I don't know who I am. I know a lot of people my age are having a crisis of identity, being, trans or gay or bi or whatever, whatever their particular thing is. I know everybody's got something different going on, but mine is just who I'm supposed to be, where I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to do. I don't know yet. I know what I like to do, but I can't necessarily do that all the time. I know what I have to do, but I don't necessarily want to do that all the time. And I can't really change either of those. Plus, I don't know who I want to be as a person, or what I want to do, or how I want to be remembered. If I'm going to be remembered. It was one of the reasons I started VTubing. I wanted to find a way to leave a mark on the world that I was here. I wanted to not just fade into the mist. I wanted to try to create something that could last. Something that people would remember and smile and look back on. And I don't know. Some days I think it works really well, and other days I wonder if it's working at all. I'm getting way too deep in thought for a Monday night. I need to stop thinking. My brain is not going to... I'm going to strip a gear if I keep doing that, so I'm not going to do that right now.
Face their strongest with your weakest, their weakest with your average, and their average with your strongest. Then you're guaranteed to win 2 out of 3 rounds.
Rain.exe has stopped working. Oh, I had to... it didn't stop working. I force quit it before I started getting moody and depressed. And way too deep into thought.
You may be talented, but you lack practical battle experience. With all the elite beetle battlers here, I'm afraid to say you're a small fry.
Ito, why do I get the feeling I've never played this game before and I can still beat you at it?
By sending a dopey little melon up first, we can get one of their best fighters to waste all their strength on the low-flying fruit. We'll make short work of them this time.
But according to your logic, if you're planning to face their leader, Grandmaster Hanakato, doesn't that make you our weakest fighter?
Whoops.
Huh? That can't be right.
You're an idiot.
You little
God, he
twerp.
sounds like a dick.
I never said my strategy was exactly the same as the one in the story.
I don't know I would call him that. I just think he's kind of a moron and kind of a tool. Like, he's very up himself. And, like, he's not necessarily being a jerk. He's just being a complete dunce and an egomaniac. Or stupid ego. Yeah, I would go with stupid and ego.
Fine. Paimon will do it already. But prepare to eat your words, mister! Low-flying fruit? Paimon will show you!
Okay, tap the forward button to instruct the Onikabuto to expend a small amount of stamina to move half a tile forward and get closer to its opponent. This move will not deal damage. Hold the forward button to instruct the Onikabuto to charge its energy. When the charging process ends, the Onikabuto will spend a greater amount of stamina to rush forward. When this rush hits an opponent, it can deal damage. Stamina consumed, the distance traveled, and damage dealt will all change based on the amount of time spent charging. Fully charged rush will take the Onikabuto 2 tiles forward. Sounds like a mom punishing their child. A little bit. If the Onikabuto reaches its opponent's exact position upon finishing its rush and hits it, it can perform a piercing strike to deal greater damage. You cannot trigger the special attack by tapping advance, and overcharging will not allow you to trigger it either. Time spent charging decides your rush distance. You can use the charging progress. Okay. Tap the back button to expend a certain amount of stamina to instruct the count back 1 tile to dodge your opponent's attacks. The distance or timing of the dodge is incorrect. Okay. If both unleash your attacks at the same time, yours will be knocked down without dealing damage to the opponent. Take note of the attack timings. Should your plans change, cancel charging to avoid unnecessary stamina expenditure. Okay. Talk
I
to...
just came up with an awesome new riff. Wanna...
I suppose if we're going to do this, we may as well use the Arataki gang.
What a puny opponent. And what a garish Onikabuto. Pathetic. You can paint your Onikabuto any color you want. The only thing that counts in battle is their electro affinity, the source of their power. Being able to pick out a prize Onikabuto from the crowd is all that matters. That's what makes or breaks every beetle fighter.
Okay.
That's a strange theory. Even Paimon knows that performance in battle matters the most. Honing your beetle fighting skills is the most important thing.
That's exactly
Okay.
right, Mini Melon. Nice sounding theory, but it ain't gonna help you if you don't know how to fight. Listen up, White Iron Lavender Melon. You need to watch your opponent's Onikabuto closely so you can dodge its attacks. Then in the opening right afterwards, you strike back. As long as the opponent's in range, Crimson Staff will hit him hard.
Okay. So what's your opinion on the Daytona 500? I think they turned left a lot. No. I am disappointed. I finally did pick drivers, by the way, and mine didn't do very well. Ouch. I felt that. Yeah, sorry, I had to make a bit of a joke, man. Come on. But yeah, I did watch it. It was really fun. I enjoyed the race a lot. I will say I was disappointed in my drivers. I had picked some drivers, and a lot of them got involved in the wrecks that happened, and that kind of hurt my chances of my drivers winning. However, my first pick, I will say, was Ryan Blaney, the Penske driver for the number 12. Of course, he got wrapped up in one of the first accidents. I'm like, all right, okay, you know, that kind of thing happens. So I'm like, same. Yeah, it's like, that kind of sucked. Who else was I rooting for? Oh, Harrison Burton in the 21 Wood Brothers Ford Mustang. Rooting for him as well. I thought he'd be cool to see win. He got tangled up in the wreck. What was the other one? Oh, of course, Ross Chastain was working his way towards the front of the field. I could see that. I'm like, I could see that being cool. Who else? Oh, Chris Buescher. Working with his boss for Keselowski when they were up towards the front. I wouldn't have mind seeing Buescher win. And then, of course, I think everybody was rooting for Travis Pastrana. Pastrana got dumped, and I'm not over it. Pastrana, they would have made it to the checkered flag, and Pastrana was getting pushed. If he hadn't got taken out and turned, I think Pastrana could have made a top 5 coming down through the last 2 corners. I think he had enough of a run coming out of 2. If he wouldn't have got hit from the back and turned, I think Pastrana could have made a top 5 run and ended up with a perfectly clean race car coming across the line in the top 5. I think that would have been crazy cool, but Pastrana got dumped, and I'm not over it.
Got it. So when the opponent attacks, we get our Onikabuto to retreat. And when there's an opening, we move it forward and strike while they're still recovering. Sounds simple enough. Paimon will give it a go. The Traveler heard the explanation too, so Paimon bets we're both ready for battle.
Are you seriously learning beetle fighting right before a match? You underestimate who you're up against. Enough talk. Put your Onikabuto on the table and show me what you've got.
Okay. The Beetle Brawl is about to begin. Dang. Oh. Heck yeah. I win.
Piece of cake! You don't mess with this white iron lavender melon!
Amazing, Mini Melon! Whoa!
That's
whoa,
actually really easy to win.
Pretty talented, ain't ya? You sure showed them who's boss. You, my little friend, have earned yourself an egg roll later today. Huh?
You're
Yeah.
so strong.
Grandmaster Hanakato,
I lost to a complete novice. I've let you down.
Don't worry. It seems that there are a force to be reckoned with. We should inform the other generals to prepare for battle.
He's
You
surprisingly
defy my
cheery about it.
expectations once again, bona fide Beetle Battle King. I didn't expect you to find such formidable warriors so quickly. From today onward, I will send one of my generals here daily to face you. Be sure that you survive until the final battle. Otherwise, your declaration of war will become the laughingstock of the entire beetle fighting world.
Aw, wait just a minute. Leaving so soon? What are you, scared?
Who were you rooting for at the 500, J-Mac? I was going to ask that. I got
So
distracted
annoying.
with the
Turning up here uninvited.
match
talking to us
starting
in that
there.
smug tone,
Who were you
then taking
rooting
off
for,
before we're
though?
done with it.
I'm curious. I know you have some favorite drivers. I was curious to see who you were rooting for and if they were able to finish or got taken out or whatever. I know my two friends I was hanging out with were really pulling for Kyle Busch, and I was really not pulling for Kyle Busch.
From what Grandmaster Hanakato said, seems like he's gonna send some of his minions to challenge us. Guess we'll have another battle before too long, huh?
Alrighty.
That's right. Looks like we won't have time to make the almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating extreme beetle brawl the grandest event ever organized by the Arataki gang. Nah, works for me. An audience would have been sweet, but at the end of the day, we came here to battle. And battling is what we're gonna do. Look at you flying, sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon. Defeating your first powerful enemy, starting to make a name for yourself as a fighter, huh? Really gets me into the fighting spirit.
The 12, 22, and the 6. And not Kyle Busch. 22 and the 6. I'm trying to remember. Who's in the... 22, Logano. Right. 22. Old Penske team. I thought there was just the 2 and the 22, or the 2 and the 12. Oh, right, 6 is Keselowski now. I didn't realize that the 6 was, because I know Logano, or not Logano, I know Keselowski is Roush Fenway Keselowski. So I know he's RFK. He's not Penske. And I don't think Logano is either. I thought he was, who does Logano run for anymore? He doesn't run Penske, does he? I forget who he is, but I don't think he's Penske.
Gets me thinking about myself back in the day when I first entered the Hanamizaka
Logano is Penske? Oh, so it's 2, 12, and 22 are all Penske? Well, I'll be darned. I didn't realize that.
So did you also take down an expert when you first started, Bull Checker?
Yep, I'll be darned. I just
The
learned
boss
that.
got brutally beaten.
I think Boss is saying he was inspired by White Iron Lavender Melon's performance, because he himself was defeated back in the day.
Oof.
Come on, that's all in the past now. Spilled milk, water under
Red
the
2 to
bridge.
6. Okay, yeah, because they picked up the new guy running the 2 car. Austin Cindric, wasn't it? I think he was in the 2. If I remember right. So it's Cindric, Blaney, and Logano on the Penske team now. Interesting. I dislike him. You don't like... you don't like Cindric. Really? Why not?
It's up to the three of us now.
Stole
Me,
Brad's seat.
the bona fide Beetle Battle King.
Well, it doesn't sound like he
Paimon,
stole
the
Brad's seat so
sky-cleaving
much as
white
Brad
iron
decided...
lavender melon, and Traveler, the Oni King's right hand.
But Ty Gibbs... I don't like Ty Gibbs. I was not... Oh, I hate that kid. I don't like him either. It sounds like he's daddy's money kind of kid, or in this case, grandpa's money kind of kid. Oh, well, grandpa's got a race team, so he gets that's kind of what it doesn't sound like he... No, okay, it's like, okay, Dale Jr. Yeah, sure, he's Earnhardt's son, but he worked his way up through and became a good... Now, sure, he had the help, but he proved himself as a good driver. Ty Gibbs, taking people out with his car because, Grandpa owns it. I heard about that. I didn't even follow NASCAR, and I heard about that. It's like, I don't know, I appreciate that as
The
much.
three of us have to unite to take down Grandmaster Hanakato and all his minions. Before we face each opponent, we need to talk strategy.
Okay.
As long as we win more matches than we lose, Grandmaster Hanakato will have to face me personally.
Ballchecker seems to be taking this all pretty seriously.
I want to throw hands at him. I'm just not going to support him. It's like, you know what? Do what you will. I'm not going to be rooting for you, dude. Like, not my thing. You can do your thing and take your chances. I will.
That beetle fight was
I'll
pretty
take my
fun.
chances.
And
Yeah.
we do get 2 months worth of free ramen if we help him win this. Let's go along with it and do our best.
You still haven't seen me in action.
That's what I'm talking about! Just follow my lead and give your all in battle. Grandmaster Hanakato's about to get more than he bargained for.
Alrighty.
Splendid! Splendid! I did not expect the Arataki gang to defeat so many mighty beetle fighters. It seems that you are well versed in this art. I take back what I once said. You are respectable and worthy opponents, and I must face you as such, with my full strength.
Alrighty, Ballchecker, you're our leader. It's your time to shine.
I got a dip. I'm tired. No problem. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out, J-Mac. Enjoy your evening.
Don't take what was said earlier seriously.
Oh, it's on! The final showdown
As if you
and
could
my
handle
soon-to-be
even a
final
fraction
victory.
of my power.
I don't know how you've been leading your crew, but the results
Have a
speak
good
for
night, bud.
themselves. The Arataki gang rules. Grandmaster Hanakato, get ready to battle.
Okay. So it looks like all of these are... Oh, that's why. Okay. So it looks like all of these people are able to be fought now. And details. Triple strike gunblade mage. Super heavy defensive formation. Mallet the Smasher. Whirling Wrecker Wheel and Ironclad Beetle King. Okay. I guess we'll just,
Arataki gang, I'm here to duel.
Pain Grocer, Hanakato's Hitman.
Oh, what now? Has Grandmaster Hanakato sent another kid to challenge me? Is he running out of people? Because this is some serious bottom-of-the-barrel material.
It's not you I'm after. Empty vessels make the most noise. This blonde guy, on the other hand, looks like a strong and able warrior. I take it that he's the real leader of the Arataki gang. Now that's what Paimon calls a good judge of character. Go on, praise him some more.
Hey, what are you two talking about? Well, my compadre here is strong for sure, but, he's just outside help. Make no mistake, there's only ever been one leader of the Arataki gang, and that is yours truly, Arataki Ito.
Hey, nice idea. The Arataki gang may not be the strongest gang in the world, but being a leader would still be pretty cool. If it's cool with you, Paimon could be called Arataki for 3 days only Paimon. Or Paimon, temporary leader of the Arataki gang.
Hey, don't let your opponent lead you astray. She's clearly just trying to sow discord. Yeah, okay. All part of a nefarious plot to turn us against each other. Just wait till I defeat her boss. She'll be begging to take back her words.
Don't flatter yourself. I don't care about the Arataki gang's internal affairs. I just want to battle strong opponents. Let's see just how good Blondie here is at beetle fighting.
Alright, I'm down. Honed will. Let's do this.
You got this. This'll be a walk in the park for you.
Yeah, remember the tips
Ow.
that White Iron Lavender Melon and I shared with you previously. Time your moves right and catch her off guard.
Dream on. You'll never dodge my moves, 'cause I never miss.
Yes, I win. This is the dumbest sport. It's just beetles smacking each other in the head. It's like, why am I doing this? Wizard Moneybags? The Cage Maker? Grand Rook Senichi? What kind of names?
Undisciplined, inelegant, Hey, what you complaining about? Oh, let me guess. All your teammates we defeated?
I'm talking about your fighting style.
Uh-huh. Have you been hit in the head by a specter or something? This ain't some circus show, pal. You want to know what my style is? Uncheckable strength, unwreckable will, and undefeatable beetles. That's what. I can give you a demonstration, if you dare.
Ugh, you bring back some bad memories. I do not deal well with loud and obnoxious types like you. But this blonde fellow looks like easy pickings. All right, I'll challenge him.
Oh, brother.
Hey, compadre! Did you hear what this joker just said? He thinks you're an easy win. So, how about you show him a little Arataki gang hospitality?
Gladly.
Steven doesn't get it. These people haven't researched their opponents at all. All they're doing by coming one at a time is contributing to our winning streak. Grandmaster Hanakado's team members are a real mixed bag. They're no match for us three when it comes to strategy.
Alright. Now I just gotta... Okay.
Beetle battling is a spectator sport. The performance should be visually captivating, even artistic. You, however, don't seem to comprehend that.
Sheesh, this guy is pretentious. Just relax and enjoy it for crying.
I win. That was so fast they didn't even have time to, like... they didn't have time to finish their dialogue. The Cage Maker.
Sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon. I have come to avenge Electra. Prepare your Onikabuto.
Why does everybody talk like this is like... Guys, it's beetles smacking their head against each other. Not an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh!
After I defeat you, I'll take down the entire Arataki gang, one member at a time.
Looks like we've got an adult this time. Why is this guy more excitable than the kids?
Well, White Iron Lavender Melon, looks like this guy's challenging you to a duel. And there's no backing down from something like that. Take Crimson Staff with you and go nuts.
Alright. Oh, this is gonna be... Whoa, that's a big beetle.
Alright,
Holy
time
crap.
for Sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon's second match!
Ouch.
Why is this
What the-
Onikabuto so big? Seems kinda unfair.
Don't you worry, an Onikabuto that's too big is one that's too slow. It's no match for Crimson Staff.
Your worthless little Onikabuto doesn't stand a chance. Even if you gave it to me for free. It'd be a waste of precious cage space.
Ow. Ouch. What the? There, I can get it. There, I got it. Okay. I win. That's a big beetle. That bigger beetle is harder to beat. Mostly just because of its size.
Hey! Which one of you is the ringleader? Step up. It's time to fight. I am Grand Rook Senichi, a giant among giants. Grandmaster Hanakato has demanded the head of the Arataki gang's leader, and I'm here to collect it.
Whoa, he looks fierce.
Where did you get off, huh? And what's the big idea of putting Grand in your name? You trying to steal my limelight, you little punk? Okay, giant among giants. time to cut you down to size.
So tall. And you're an Oni. You look like you could eat me for breakfast. Why is a guy like you into beetle fighting? It's just a kid's game. What have I gotten myself into?
Excuse me? Kids game? Oh, you did not just say that. Seems to me like you don't know the first thing about beetle fighting. Your misconception begs correcting by a veteran, my dude.
School it.
Yeah, go take him down a notch. You can do it, Bull Chucker.
Looks like this is happening. Fine, bring it on.
God. Okay. Fine. Kind of ridiculous. Why is it tiny?
Don't look down on beetle fighting, rookie. Whatever your name was. Even Paimon gets why it's fun.
And it's not just about fun either. Beetle fighting is about striving to be stronger and the spirit of competition. If you don't understand that, maybe you should find a new hobby.
Being out trash talked. This never happens. Too bad for you, though, because talk is cheap.
Oh, that was it. That's all I had to do. Okay, whatever. That was easy. That was easier than the big beetle. Okay. Let's watch them fight. Oh, that's a big beetle.
After many duels, your Crimson Staff has grown in strength. At least, it's far more confident than when it defeated Electra.
Oh, yeah? Hey, you have a good eye for this. Yeah, of course, its improvement is mainly thanks to my expert guidance and tuition.
Come on. Ooh, that was a good hit. Good hit again. Good. Uh-oh. Oh, that was easy. That was it? That was all it took?
So the almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating extreme beetle brawl seems to be going pretty smoothly. Hyman's curious.
Did I get all of the rewards out of this now? Okay. Oh, that was easy.
I see, I see. Let us battle once more. This time, I'll see through all of your methods. Victory and defeat no longer seem so important. Let's just battle for fun, shall we? It's rare that I should find such a great opponent. It would be a shame to end our battles so soon, would it not?
Sure, bring it on. But seeing through my secret beetle fighting techniques? Nah, little fella, that ain't gonna happen. If you'll admit that I'm the stronger beetle fighter, I'll fight you for as many rounds as you want.
Huh. Looks like Bullchucker and Grandmaster Hanakato are still raring to go. Well, let's leave them to it. They can battle beetles till the beetle battling is done.
Wait until the following day. Seriously, these guys are gonna go that hard at it? Okay, so I have to do that. Good grief. Oh. Ooh, big level up. Nice.
If the Arataki gang stirs up any trouble, I'll drag every last one of them back to him.
Alrighty. Jeez. 8 times 5. Yeah, that was a big. Wait, that was it? That was only worth 2 fates? Bruh. Alright, we'll wait till the following day. Wait till night.
Just let me know if you...
Okay, that's all I needed.
Astounding!
Amazing!
Even though your fighting style differs greatly from mine, I resonate strongly with the passion you imbue into your Oni Kabuto. In time, you shall surely become a true champion of the beetle fighting world.
Alright.
You're pretty good yourself. You managed to win an impressive 570 out of our 1,141 matches.
Good lord.
Of all the beetle battle marathons I've fought in my time, you have lasted the longest by far.
You
Not
guys
gonna
did
lie,
1,000 matches? What is wrong with you two? Both of you need to be locked up for clinically. Nobody does 1,000 matches of anything. Rock, paper, scissors takes like 3 seconds and nobody does even 1,000 of those.
No, I won 571 rounds, so I'm ahead. Also, you have the home advantage. Taking that into account, it is in fact I who am the superior warrior.
It's entirely possible this entire sport is just not that important.
Huh? Why you gotta be so stubborn? I remember our score clear as day, and Mamoru is our witness. Isn't that right, Mamoru?
Boss, I really can't take it anymore. Please let me sleep for a while.
Have they been going at it this whole time without a break?
Urena must be about to collapse.
Fine. Since I'm a generous guy, I can give you 1 round, no problemo. I'll just defeat you next time. And if you're still not convinced, we'll do the next battle on your home turf. I'll prove that it's about the beetle fighter, not the location.
That suits me just fine. Follow me.
Oh, hey, compadre. Flying Lavender Melon, you're finally here.
Wait a minute. Why is Paimon back to Flying Lavender Melon again? Does Paimon only get a good nickname when she's fighting for you?
Yeah, never mind that for now. Here's your 2-month free ramen voucher, as agreed. Take it.
Ramen voucher? Oh, yeah, right, the ramen! Now that's more like it.
Time to celebrate.
Oh, no. This was just the warm-up. The almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating extreme beetle brawl is still to come. After all, things are way too quiet without an audience. We can't just end the event like this. But the good news is, Grandmaster Hanakato finally let go of his pride and admitted that I'm a strong beetle fighter. Still, we ain't done with each other just yet. I'll be heading to his home turf alone soon, where I'm gonna defeat him once and for all. Once that happens, he'll have to follow my orders. And by that, I mean he'll help us make the almighty Arataki extraordinary and exhilarating extreme beetle brawl the biggest, baddest event ever.
You really need to shorten your names, dude. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. That's a 9-word title, bro.
Thanks again to the two of you. Now, wait here. I'll be back with good news in no time at all.
Bullchucker sure seems like he's having fun. And we got 2 months worth of ramen out of it.
It's a win-win.
Boss! There's a letter from Shinobu. Take a look at this. Huh? Where'd the boss go? He was beetle fighting right here just a moment ago.
Is it urgent? Because Bullchucker just left with Grandmaster Hanakato. They said they were going to continue their battle.
I love she calls him Bullchucker because of how much crap he's always talking.
Well, it's not urgent, just a little unexpected. You can read it for yourself if you want.
I've yet to complete my business, so I won't be back for a while. Should you have any new ideas? And want to drag the boys into new shenanigans, hold your horses first. I'll help you organize matters once I get back. I met a kid while harvesting lavender melons. He's articulate, well-managed, and he loves beetle battles. He even has a lot of friends in that department. Having heard you're also an avid beetle brawler, the kid was quite eager to meet you. Said he'd even consider joining the Arataki gang if you turned out to be better than him at beetle fights. I gave him the address to some of your usual haunts so that he can find you himself. By my estimations, you should have met up by now, so have fun and remember to eat your meals on time. I'll repeat myself again. Relax and stick to beetle battles for now. Don't drag the gang around on some wild adventure or anything. That sounds like kooky.
What the? So Grandmaster Hanakado is actually part of the Arataki gang? But his communication style made Bullchucker feel like he was facing a mortal enemy. Just as Shinobu expected, Bullchucker is spending all his time beetle fighting without resting or eating. But he did get us to organize the Beetle Brawl event for him.
I wouldn't call that resting, per se.
Paimon thinks Shinobu deserves to enjoy the ramen voucher more than we do. Why don't we take her for ramen when she gets back? Actually, wait a moment. Bullchucker didn't tell us which ramen stall this voucher is meant to be used at. Are we supposed to find the store by ourselves?
Yes. Speaking of Shinobu, she's back now. Unattributed ramen voucher? I seriously have to just carry this thing around now? Come on. Where's this ramen voucher at? I kind of want... Oh, there it is. Which stall is the stall exactly? Oh, God. So I can't even use it. It's just something stuck in my inventory now. Bruh. Kooky with their mask off. It's funny. Alright. Where was I at? What if I teleport to this domain? Is there anything I can handle here? Ouch. The violet cord. Can I do anything with this? They're all 2x bonuses. Alright, I'm down. We'll give it a twirl. Recommended elements, electro. I definitely have that. Let's see if I can handle it. Oh, man. After this, I'm going to call it a night. I'm tired. I am tired. 25% electro? Okay, cool. Should have brought Kaching in here.
Another test subject.
Dissipate! Out of my way! Power forward!
To the very finally
I got careless.
Yeah, can I?
Stand by me!
Tingle?
Why did my ultimate go away? What the heck?
I got careless.
Pyrotechnics!
I got careless.
Okay.
Let's get down to business.
I'll settle
Test
this!
subject.
Amp it up! Shiver! Dissipate!
Wind blade. The very finally.
Well, that was it? That was easy. Use original resin. 2x bonus. Nice. Sign me up, baby. Cool. Leave domain. That was easy. How did they say that? My expectations were a lot higher. Alrighty. I suppose that'll do it for me. I need to get to bed. I didn't sleep well last night. And I still have some computer things I need to check on first, so... Yeah, I'm going to call it a night here, I think. Have a great night, everybody. I am going to go and see who I can raid. Who can I raid tonight? What the... Who's raiding me? What the heck? Hey, Taco! How good to see you. Thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. Hello, hello. Thank you very much for the raid, everybody. I appreciate it. I don't know. I don't see anybody chatting, but hello, hello. Thank you for stopping in. You're actually catching me just as I'm about to get off and raid somebody else. So, but yeah, thank you so much for the support. Have fun in Genshin? I will. Thank you so much for the raid. Maybe I'll do one more domain now that I got a raid. Oops. Wait, what the heck? Why can it not? It just failed to go to Twitch? What just happened? That was weird. Hey, yes, thank you for the 100 bits. Much appreciated.
Topic 9 hype to raid. Topic
Pass it on.
to raid.
Yeah, I think I'll do... Yeah, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Much appreciated. And yes, thank you for the... Yes, chip raid for sure. And yeah, I think I'll do one more... I was going to get off, but I'll do one more domain. Maybe two, actually, because I think I have a bonus this right now. Right? Yeah, the Overflowing Mastery. Event details. Because that's Mondstadt, so let's go to this one. I can do these domains for double the stuff right now, so I think I'll finish these before I go. If I'm getting rated, I may as well provide some content. I'll stay up a few extra minutes to hang out with some people. Always fun. What on earth is that noise? That was a weird noise. Alright, but yeah, let's do some more adventuring, shall we? We'll do the level 54 right now. I'm not quite good enough to handle 71 yet. This seems to be my winning party right now, so we'll stick with them. My Traveler, Animo Traveler, Rosaria, Jinyan, and Kuki. This is a cryo domain? Interesting. Haven't played much of... Whoa! What are you idiot. Ran off the side of the domain because I wasn't paying attention. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Alright, but yeah, let's do this. Ooh, that's a lot of slimes. Okay. Jinyan? Her shield kills any awkward effects I may be dealing with.
Our bond is strong.
Come on, come on, come on. Jinyan, go. Four. Jinyan.
Out of my way.
That's gotta be. Let's warm things up a little bit. And then, of course, my Travelers.
With the wind!
Power cord.
Come on, come on. There we go. Come on, come on.
Feel the beat.
There's my... Oh god, not another... That is most unfortunate. Come on, come on. Yeah, right.
Power cord.
Why can I not?
I'll settle this.
Oh, that's melt. And with the superconduct. Come on.
Amp it up.
4. Nailed it. Alright, I got it. Whoops. We'll use the original resin. We'll get some extra perks for this. What are we gonna get? Should be a lot. Yes, 2 and 4. Nice. Alright, 1 to go. Knock out the last domain. I get 3 of these a day before I run out of them, so let's make the most of it. Get the last one knocked out. Oh, excuse me. Leeway. This domain of all ones, really? Okay. Did not expect it to be this domain. Alrighty. Take my blanket off. It's getting toasty. Oh man. Alright. What do they want me to have? A hydro? And a cryo? I don't really have a good hydro. Not yet, at least. Who do I have? So that would mean my, like, Xinyan would have to go. Who's my best hydro, though? Candace? I mean, I have Singcho, but he's not leveled up yet. I think I'll just stick with my Xinyan. Whoops. Oh, no.
Let's
Xinyan.
jam.
Wait for my signal.
Okay, that'll work. My party is back. Let's knock this out. Whoa, okay. Ooh, Pyro Domain. Nice. Oh, that's why they don't need to have Pyro. Xinyan's pretty much useless right now. No big. Yep, that's Pyro Slimes.
Windblade!
Dissipate. Pyrotechnics. Judgment. Punishment.
Why don't you guys pick up some of that icy cold? Alright, I gotta take down 4 of these guys. See, Xinyan may not be able to do much as a pyro, but her physical attacks are still bar none. Some of the strongest I have. Come on, come on, come on.
Pyrotechnics. Time to rock. Dissipate.
Come on, come on. Just keep doing big damage. Now that's a lot of damage. Oh god, even more?
Out of my way. Shiver.
Come on, come on, come on.
Stand with me.
Come on. Jesus.
You can't run.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right, that sounded kind of bad. Our bond is strong. Feel the beat.
With the wind!
Go for a ride there, big fella. I got it. Whoa, okay, there it is. Nice, nice, nice. And that should take care of this one. least for today. I'll have to do this again tomorrow. Alrighty, yep, and I'm out of the daily mastery stuff. So now I will go and raid somebody. But thank you again, if you're still here, Taco Chip, for the raid. Much appreciated. Always fun having some people stop in to say hello. Sorry if I'm a little low energy. It is quite late here, and I am quite tired now. I tried to keep things as energetic as I could, but I am quite weary at this point in the evening. I've only been going for, pushing 18 hours now, so. But yeah, thank you so much again for the raid, and thank you to Weck for the 100 biddies. Much appreciated. Let's send the fun on to another friend and keep the ball rolling here, shall we? Who is live that I can go and raid right now? No Miyuki, she's already back off. But Viri is live, so we can go and raid Viri. I'll get that keyed up here. Roa's in her
all the
chat.
way up her
No
arm,
surprise.
all the way up her arm, dude. I was like, oh god.
Okay, I will pause that from there. Oh, she's almost... Whoa. She finished the game. Oh, crap. I better not send the raid her way, then. You know what, screw it. We'll do it anyways. Why not? Who cares? I did do her username, right? Right? Okay, yes I did. Good. Alright, but thank you guys so much for following. Have a for watching and hanging out with me, and for the raid, much appreciated. Have a great evening, everybody. My name is Soji, and I'm out of here. I will plan to be back with you guys tomorrow night for a much longer and more normal stream. Have a great night, everybody. My name is Soji, and I'm out. Catch you on the next one.